Now, Nepal in India is said to be one of the few locations in the world that the influences of colonization and globalization never tainted its authentic, true, timeless form. Now, this fact led a film crew from Johannesburg to Kathmandu, where they shot a film, a visual journal on a quest to enlightenment through interviews with various people within the valley. Have a look.
A new documentary from director Singh has enjoyed critical acclaim in the international film category. Titled Unwritten, the film has won awards at the 2016 Amsterdam Film Festival and Hollywood International Independent Documentary Awards.
I think the most predominant, the most overwhelming response has been around the film's aesthetic, like the strong cinematic visual language of the film. You know, we tried to create a film that kind of mimicked the ebbs and flows of a journal. And the best way to bring that across was through like a strong visual approach. And it's been interesting to hear people calling the film a visual poem or giving it like this description of being poetic, because ultimately that was our goal.
Unwritten, a visual journey of Nepal, is a powerful cinematic account of the Rainmaker's Journal founder Shurki Toefy's search for enlightenment in the Kathmandu Valley.
Rainmaker's Journal is a thought leadership platform that I started a couple of years ago that basically encourages young people to journal. And really, the belief is that the seeds of our own success really lie within ourselves, and it's just a matter of actually writing it down and actually processing it in a meaningful way that allows us to achieve what we want to and to move into the spaces that we really want to. So, you know, I think I've always been of the belief that if you have an idea in your head, it looks very different when you write it down. So that's really what it is. We go out there and we encourage people to journal and to write things down. And Unwritten was one of the projects that we've done now to encourage people to journal.
Told through the pages of his journal, the film culminates in an introspective and emotional piece that is as beautiful in messaging as it is to watch.
We researched quite widely around to different parts of the world, and we heard that the Kathmandu Valley was like a museum without walls. It's a country that had never been colonized. It was a place that heritage really endured. It was a coming together of a number of different religions as well, and we were just fascinated about going to this like mystical land that had this old world wisdom, and then we jumped on a plane and off we went and shot a film.
Along this journey, Toefy meets with artisans, musicians, spiritualists, scholars and survivors of a bygone era, where the knowledge is handed down from generation to generation. Described as a visual poem, Singh gives insight into how he gave life to Toefy's idea.
Everything that we actually shot was done using natural light. Well, the vast majority of all the shots that we used was done using natural light. On the off chance that we actually needed a lighting source, we used something that we call practical lighting sources, which is basically what you would find in the bedroom: a lamp, a light, sometimes a fire. So it was a very kind of like stripped down approach to creating this kind of visual palette that we created. And what it meant though was that we had to rely very much on the environments we were in and the time of day that we chose to shoot. So we thought deeply about exactly how we were going to approach each location, and hopefully that kind of comes across.
And when all is said and done, what is the message that is left behind?
Most importantly, I think, is to find meaning and beauty in like little things. And I think that's really the biggest lesson for us and for everybody that was involved in the project, was that there's beauty in little things. You know, there isn't a single moment of truth, and often we're so busy trying to climb Everest that we forget about the splendor at the foot of the mountain. And we're all trying to climb our own sort of metaphorical Everests. So for me, that's really the main takeaway from the film.
I think I wanted audiences to get a sense of the environment that we were in. So we went in there without a script and without a plan. The only goal really was to try and be as authentic as possible to what we were experiencing at the time. So as a director, I think our goal was to try and create 40 minutes that's completely immersive, where you can sit there and just for that short period of time while you're watching a movie, you're in the Kathmandu Valley. And maybe even for that period, you can start smelling and feeling what all those different visceral things are in that space. And that's hopefully what the film does.
Journeying into the mountains isn't easy, but it's breathtaking.